What do you feel is the most important thing facing Arkansans right now?
I mean, it's really cost of living. It's the fact that Arkansans are waking up every day wondering, can I afford my groceries? Can I afford to go to the doctor if I need one? For farmers, it's waking up every day and saying, can I afford to go another year?
Arkansas farmers who grow the crops that feed the world are struggling. The last farm bill goes all the way back to 2018. If you are elected to office, what do you plan to do about the lack of a farm bill, and what are your plans to help farmers?
I mean, I think we need a new farm bill. And this goes all the way back 40 years to the agricultural crisis of 1980. What put us in that agricultural crisis is continuing today, and that is that farmers don't have enough market options. We need to be able to grow new things and access new markets. The government is in a position, it can leverage its power to help build new markets right here in Arkansas so that farmers can have options and make money in more ways.
Farmers in our area are facing bankruptcy. Many who didn't plan to stop are having to stop because the bank will not loan them any more money. Meanwhile, the president has given $20 billion to Argentina, and Argentinian farmers are many times in direct competition with our farmers here. Should we be giving money to foreign countries to prop up their economy when people here at home are struggling to hang on to their own livelihood?
I mean, absolutely not. Right now, a third of Arkansas farms are at risk of closing. And instead of helping diversify our markets and provide a true bridge payment to Arkansas farmers, to American farmers, we're giving not just $20, but $40 billion in a bailout to Argentina. And that's right before they undercut our own American soybean farmers and undercut our market. We need to be refocusing our efforts back on the United States, back on creating opportunities for Arkansas farmers.
Farmers have maintained over and over that they want more markets to sell their crops to. What do you plan to do to change that? How can you as a lawmaker open up more markets to them and improve exports?
I mean, as U.S. Senator, it would be my job to knock down the door of every country or company that wants to buy an Arkansas-grown or an Arkansas-made product. That would be my job, and to knock down the door of the FDA and the USDA and say, do you have a research project that has to do with agriculture or food? Best land-grant universities right here in the state of Arkansas.
There are supposed to be antitrust laws in place to protect the agricultural marketplace. But since 2020, seed expenses have increased 18%, fuel and oil by 32%, fertilizer by 37%, and interest rates by 73%. These input costs are unacceptable when farmers can't pass the price hikes onto consumers. What will you do about this?
I mean, you've hit the nail on the head in terms of monopolies being one of the biggest risks to our economy, and I'm not just talking about farmers, because what happens is when companies don't have to compete for your business, a couple of things happen. Number one, you get stuck with less of a product, shrinkflation. You get stuck with a crappy product or crappy customer service, or all three. And that means that farmers, American consumers, we don't have choices. And if we don't have choices, we don't have power. Now, we do have antitrust laws in this country, and as senator, I will compel the Justice Department to enforce them.
The drought during the last growing season in Arkansas hit farmers hard.
Yeah.
Farmers rely on accurate data to protect herds and qualify for assistance programs, but many times the drought monitor is off and they miss out on data that is crucial. Why does Arkansas not have a state climatologist?
I mean, honestly, I think that's a wonderful question. I think that every single state, every single farmer in Arkansas and everywhere else in the country relies on and requires data to help them make decisions in their operations. And as senator, I will support every single farmer to make sure that all the data they have is not just correct, but it's timely.
Turning our attention in a different direction to healthcare, do you support maintaining or reforming current healthcare subsidies to make health insurance more affordable?
I think we have to extend the ACA subsidies. I am one of the people affected by the fact that they were not extended. My husband and I, we spend $2,000 a month on health insurance for 2 healthy adults and a 6-year-old. And the reason that we do is because we don't feel like rolling the dice, right? I had an emergency appendectomy 2 years ago, and the hospital billed my insurance company $40,000. The fact is, too many families in Arkansas are just one medical emergency away from bankruptcy. That's not acceptable. We have to extend the ACA subsidies, and then we have to sit down and have a real conversation about how we reform healthcare in this country.
Both Republicans and Democrats are criticized for the skyrocketing costs of premiums, deductibles, and prescription drugs because both sides have only been able to put short-term fixes in place. What do you believe is a long-term fix in our healthcare problems?
Yeah, well, I think the first thing is that we have to have new leaders in Congress to be able to have the conversations that we need to have about healthcare. To be honest, I think Arkansans are very frustrated by the fact that we have gridlock around this discussion when so many people, like I said, just one medical emergency away from bankruptcy. So my recommendation is, if Democrats and Republicans in Congress can't get it done, let's replace them in November.
Americans are hungry. People often say, well, they just need to get a job. In many cases, they have a job, but most can't make a living wage. Many households are struggling to afford groceries, health care, and housing. All of this in America. Why can our people, even well-educated, employed people, not afford the basics of life?
I mean, really what we're talking about, and this is coming from Arkansas. Arkansas is the hungriest state in the country. 1 in 4 of our children are food insecure. I'm on the board of the Arkansas Food Bank, so I've thought a lot about hunger and hunger action. The truth is that we have, for too long, completely ignored economic development in our rural areas. When we do that, we are gutting the population of these areas. We're taking away industry, we're taking away the population and the tax base and the political power. The fact is that people who live in these rural communities don't have the kinds of opportunities that they deserve because they are so often ignored by the government, both Republicans and Democrats.
The One Big Beautiful Bill puts a cap on borrowing for higher education. It excluded nursing from the list of professional degrees, and that could limit students' ability to borrow money for their training. Given the demands in our healthcare sector, is that what should be happening? Why or why not?
I mean, I have lots of problems with the One Big Beautiful Bill, but that's one of them. I mean, honestly, first of all, we have to start thinking about how we strategically invest in our young people. One of the ways that you invest in the economy is by building a strong workforce. We have to give young people the opportunity to thrive, get an education, get the training that they need, enter the workforce in a productive way.
Very good. I think that completes all of the questions that we had before with everyone else. So we wanted to